Well, good morning. Welcome to another episode of TOGL. Bit of a breeze going this morning, but I tell you what, up until about 5 o'clock this morning, and it's now 6:30, it was howling an absolute gale. So noisy. Anyway, it's time to let the chickens out. We had the two. Well, this one of the hens hatched 3 eggs a while back, and one of the chicks died like within probably just an hour or two. Just didn't survive the hatching so well. What's Roo doing? Anyway, so that left us with 2, and then only a few days ago, one of the chicks got itself caught in the little bars in there. So we put that in there so that the little chick can get in and get some food, and the big chickens can't get the little chick's food because they eat different food. So one of the little chickens got caught in the wires and died, unfortunately. But we still have one. Now he's just about to try and come out now. He's pretty good at getting out. Here he comes. Come on, little one. There he goes. Yeah, hopefully that didn't focus on the wire and you can actually see the little chick. Alright, down to the other 2. Now there is a reason I'm filming the unlock this morning. We're going to have a chat in a little second. The general routine. Rooster's teaching someone what's going on. But normally they will run all the way to the end of the run, turn around and run all the way back again. But probably because I'm standing in there with them, they're not. And as you can hear, it's getting noisy too. Now, we had a little calamity this morning. I need to go around to the other side and get this sorted out and show you. So over all of the wind last night, well, at nearly 4 o'clock this morning, all the wind noise, everything that was going on. And from up there in the house, and we sleep on the other side of the house, and yet somehow I heard the ruckus. I thought, that doesn't sound normal, I've never heard this before. Listened, nah, it was alright, rolled over. About a minute or so later, heard the same noise over the top of the howling wind. Something's not right out there. Grabbed the torch, headed out here. As soon as I was outside, I could hear chicken coops, chickens were going off. I'm like, what is going on out there? Anyway, a quoll had got into the chicken coop in the side that holds the roosters. So viewer discretion is advised. It's not bloody, but yeah. Okay, we lost 2 birds. I wasn't sure. So we lost this one here, unfortunately. This is the one the quoll was on when I came down. But we've also lost this other beautiful one over there, which I need to get out of the way so the chickens can get out. They're obviously a little bit frightened, so stand by, we'll remove that chicken. Yeah, so we lost 2. We lost these 2 guys here, and with both and they're beautiful big roosters too, which is a shame. And with both of them, all the quoll starters, buddy, got their throat. You know, that's all he'd done. Now, what's interesting is these guys are a bit traumatized. They'll come out when they're ready. But what's interesting is that, I'll get them out. What's interesting is that there were smaller roosters in there. We had 2 real young ones in there, but the quoll didn't go for them. Oh, he would have got all of them if I hadn't got down in time. But yeah, I came down, opened up the door, and the quoll was actually on one of the chickens. So yeah, he was startled. I was startled, like what the hell? He was startled, what the hell? So yeah, I just had the torch on him, and he obviously let go straight away, started to run around in there. I was thinking, how the hell did you get in there? Just couldn't understand how the hell the quoll got in there. And look at this place. I built this place like bloody Fort Knox and the Taj Mahal. How did he get in? Now, by the way, all I did was open the door. Well, I wanted to see if he would get out the same way that he got in, so I knew. Anyway, I ran around in there. The chickens were going everywhere, and tried to run up the wall a few times. And in the end, like probably within 20 seconds, I realized this wasn't gonna be good for the chickens. So I just stood back with the door open, and phew, out he went. Quoll's gone. Because it's not the quoll's fault. Quoll's just doing what it does naturally. All right. No one ever has a quoll problem. You have a chicken coop problem. And I did work out where my chicken coop problem is. Let's go and have a look. Right, I am looking everywhere last night thinking, how did that quoll get in? Yeah, there's gaps there, but there's a hutch on the other side, so that doesn't matter. You know, the door was locked. The floor is actually covered with like plastic, so nothing's coming through there. And then I realised my mistake. Yep. When I put the roof on, I forgot to put one spacer in. So because this is the roof truss, goes, and it just, I built it and it sat up there, as you know. but because it sits on this frame, there's actually a gap right here. So today I need to fill that with a piece of timber. I've already done that on the other side. I remembered. Let me jump down. So if we go over to this side, you can see I filled it. I put the spacer in, but I forgot. So it's my fault that those two chickens lost their lives, but that's life on the farm. Anyway, let's get on with other things. Today I started working yesterday on building some shelving for in the laundry room. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Getting some more of the framework done for the laundry shelving. Sorry, I just woke up. I need to go and have a coffee. I'll catch back with you shortly. Well, a bit of a disappointing start to the day, wasn't it? But let's improve on that. It is a beautiful day today, absolutely stunning day today. First thing I need to do is I'm going to head over to a little town called Kindred. My mate Mitch is going to meet me over there to give me a hand, and we're going to be pulling apart a big polytunnel greenhouse, just a framework. So the fella over there was selling off the arches, the trusses so to speak, really cheaply, and I managed to get him to hold 6 for me. So these trusses or arches, they're made out of like a gal pipe. They're over 6 meters long each, and this is going to be perfect for putting the polytunnel that we've been wanting to build over the raised veggie garden beds. So yeah, lovely drive along the coast this morning, and I'll see you when we get over there. Well, this is the tunnel behind us that we're pulling these arches out of. Mitch is greeting the world. And yeah, I forgot my hat, so I stopped into Bunnings and bought a cheap $7 hat, so at least it's doing the job. But yeah, so I brought every tool known to man because I wasn't sure what I was going to be expecting, and I looked at my electric drills and I thought there's no way it's just going to be those little tech screws, so I left them at home, the drills, and guess what, it's just held in with little tech screws. So now we're doing it the hard way, so I'm using my socket. Mitch has got a ring spanner.
Mitch did the same. He looked at his and said, nah,
yeah,
I need that.
But seriously, like if we'd both had our electric drills, we would have had these off in like 3 minutes. It'd be so quick, we'd be done. But anyway, it's a beautiful morning. We can keep pulling these apart. 6 of these were taken, so we'll get them off, and then I'll film in a minute as we get them loaded onto the roof rack. Well, I forgot to film the loading, but we're now back on the block. But there she is, all loaded up, and now it's time to unload. So these are going to be fantastic. Yeah, we'll get that polytunnel made in a few weeks' time. Well, it's just coming on to dusk, and I need a few more wallabies. Need a bit of meat back in the freezer, both for myself and the dogs. Mainly the dogs. I do eat a bit of it though. Anyway, I'm just down here on a mate's property, and just staked out a good little spot right here. I've got the water just behind us, and then there's that grassy area over the back. So they'll come down out of that tree line, and they'll come down into this paddock right there once it gets darker. So I just stake out here and just wait for them. Now I only need 3 or 4, so hopefully it doesn't take too long for them to come out. I'll be able to just knock a couple on the head pretty quickly, and then I can get back indoors again. It's just starting to cool off nicely. It's been warm. Actually, I had to laugh because I looked at the temperature last night. I think it was around about 11 o'clock, and so I did a screenshot because I had to show you how crazy is this screenshot. Look at that right there. That's bloody 17 degrees and a severe weather warning. Oh my God. Yeah, or severe weather event. Yeah, 17 degrees. Oh, how hot is it? Anyway, it's beautiful at the moment. It really is pleasant. So I'm just going to chill out for a while, wait for it to get a bit darker, and hopefully bag a few wallabies. Well, we're just down here at the penguin fossicking area. No, we're not fossicking for penguins. Penguin is the suburb, and this is the designated fossicking area on the beach. So what we're fossicking for is, it's called sea glass. All it really is just glass from broken bottles and that's been washed and polished smooth by the sea. So down here you can also find a lot of agates and jasper, which is another gemstone, minor gemstone, but we're actually after the sea glass because Kay's got some little crafts that she wants to do. So within the first minute or two we've already found some little bits. This is what we've got so far. So this is what we're looking for, is this sea glass. And you can see I've got a little green bit in there and some whites. So we are hoping for some bigger pieces and some better colours, but we're just going to rummage around down here for an hour or so, and then probably go into Ulverston and have some lunch maybe. Anyway, let's get looking. There's a bigger bit. Just want some different colours though. There's a couple of round bits there. Bit from like old beer bottles or something maybe. brightly coloured bit. Well, we've been down here for an hour or so, and it's just been lovely being down here on the beach. Wind's going to blow my hat off. But yeah, we got, I don't know, we might have maybe a kilo of the sea glass. So we'll take it home and we'll lay it all out and get a torch under it to have a look at all the colours. Not a huge amount of colours, it was mainly browns and whites. I did find the odd little green piece. I don't know why there's so much sea glass down here. I don't know whether this beach was used as a bit of a bottle dump or something many decades ago, but yeah, there is a lot of polished glass all through the rocks here. Anyway, we're getting hungry, so we're going to go and grab some lunch, and we'll see you back up on the block. Well, up here watering the grapes now. For those that don't recall seeing one of those videos, basically what I do is I load the IBC up onto the back of the truck, and I use that lovely pump that Steve and Anita bought for me. That still gets a lot of use, guys. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, fill up the IBC full of water, just like the creek water. And then I've got a little pressure pump. Again, Steve helped me sort that one out because yeah, they're yachties and they knew what to get. Get the pressure pump hooked up to a battery that I've got there. And then, look at that. We got water pressure. So then I can be watering. I'm trying to film this with my phone, I'm not so good. I can just water my grapes. So we've got close to 100 grapevines here. And when the weather's as dry as it has been, and it's been really dry lately, we haven't had rain for probably 8 weeks, not anything decent. About the most we might get is a tiny little bit of mist comes through, almost like someone's got one of those pressure pump bottles. It's just a tiny little bit of mist at nothing. So you can see how dry the grass is. I've not seen it dry like this in the last few years that we've lived here in Tassie, so it's dry. Anyway, so when we get periods like this, I do get up here and give the grapes some water. And when you've got an outlook like that to just look out over, not me, yeah, so look out the back. Yeah, there's worse ways to spend an afternoon. Well, I'm afraid that's it for another episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Anyway, until next week, you stay safe, take care, have a great weekend. I'll see you next Friday. Cheers!